Welcome back to Access Houston on 97.9 The Box.
Good Sunday morning. You're listening to Access Houston. I'm your host, KG Smooth. Welcome him back to the program. He is the owner of Blacklist Marketing and OMG Seafood, Mr. Clayton Edwards. What's up, G?
Yo. What's up, KG?
How you doing, man?
And
he is the fly guy, the founder and creator of the Cajun AF Festival, which we will be talking about. My guy, Young Sterling Lewis.
Good afternoon, brother. What's going on, man? Long time no see,
I
man.
know, bro. Good to see you, man.
Man, it's always good to be in KG Smooth's presence, man.
Oh, well, you know, it's always a pleasure to be in your presence.
Good day in the neighborhood, huh?
I love what you I love what you guys are doing. Like I love the movement. I love the entrepreneurship. I love the go-getter attitude and effort. Let's do it ourselves mentality. So you guys got festival coming up, seafood festival. You're calling it the Cajun AF Festival.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So what was the brain behind this? What made y'all want to have a Cajun festival?
I mean, really, we throw festivals all the time, man, and we want to just bring together a big festival for Cajun lovers, seafood lovers, crawfish lovers, crab lovers. We want to give them something different, an all-you-can-eat festival that's going on May 25th. Me and Clayton, you know, I be coming up with these ideas sometimes, and I just be popping up, be in my head. I call Clayton, run the idea by him. He'd be like, "Oh yeah, let's do it." You know, and we came together with this event. You know, a great, creative event, and we was like, hey, let's put it out there to the public and let's just see how it goes. And it's just going phenomenal right now. The crowd is just loving the ideas, the creatives we're coming up with, just something different for the city, just the biggest Cajun festival you're ever going to see, period, in the South.
Yes, and where they need to go right now for those that's listening, like is there IG or
Clayton, man, go ahead and run the information up on the website.
Right now, what you need to do right now is pick up your cell phone, pick up your laptop, go to www.CajunAF.com and get your tickets. We have tickets ranging from free tickets, free admission, all the way up to the $100 Cajun Bowl tickets, where you get an ultimate package for that.
Wait, did you say free?
Yeah, we have free tickets. It's free before 4 p.m. on Memorial Day weekend at the biggest seafood Cajun Bowl festival you ever seen, Houston has ever seen. We have over 2,500 tickets already sold, and we're still 9 days away.
Yeah, man, it's real big, man. Like he said, we got free tickets, we got all you can eat crawfish tickets. We have our biggest ticket seller right now is the Ultimate Cajun Bowl. That comes with all you can eat crawfish, shrimp, snow crab, corn, potato, sausage. It's one of our biggest tickets. It's almost sold out. So if you're on your phone right now, you're on your computer, I don't know if you're on an Android, laptop, whatever you on right now, CajunAF.com. Go get your tickets. You do not want to miss out. It's going to be the biggest Cajun festival in the city, May 25th, Saturday at Capitol Bar, right in the middle of the city of Houston.
Oh, nice. That's going to be dope.
KG, hey, you better come. I want to see you there.
Listen, the 25th.
The 25th.
Unfortunately, I will be flying home to Dayton, Ohio. My niece is graduating on that Sunday.
It's cool.
She's my first niece, and so I was like,
gotta be there for that.
I got to, because I had called her. I was like, yo, you want the money or you want Uncle Chris to be there? And she was like, I thought she was gonna say the money. She's like, nah, I want you there. I was like, all right, let me book this flight. But I'm sure it's gonna be turned. Let's talk about how difficult it is, or the challenges, let me say, in planning a big event like this, because you got a lot of entrepreneurs and business people who, want to jump into things. A lot of them, they may not know that you got to spend money
yeah, you do,
to
man.
Make money.
Yeah.
And so let's talk about planning such a big event like this. Like, what are some of the biggest misconceptions that one may have planning an event to this magnitude?
Yeah, I mean, for my standpoint, I'll say is the money. I mean, having the upfront capital to actually throw a successful event.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about a festival, you think, hey, man, it's just some food and some tickets, sell it, put on Instagram, put on online, it's going to work. Oh, man. You're not even into it, as far as just the whole staffing the event, from the venue to making sure people having covering, tables, enough chairs. Oh my God.
Clayton said you're playing yourself if you think that.
Yeah, man. I mean, you better have a nice investor or a big sponsor behind you that's willing to invest in you and your idea, and that's willing to go the extra mile and believe in your creativity.
Yeah, and then, like, I'm real big on, when we throw these events, I'm real big on the branding aspect and how people perceive the event. It's not just throwing something up and just put it out there and people just buy tickets. It's a whole formula that goes in with, creating these events when it comes to putting the right team together, making sure everybody's on the right accord, making sure everybody understands their roles and responsibilities, becomes to, making sure your staffing is correct, making sure, like you said, your venue is correct, making sure your marketing and promotion is correct. Because like I said, a lot of people can throw events, but versus it's going to be successful, profit wise, or if it's gonna, you just throw an event, just throw an event. Right. We strategically plan, like literally we're on the phone every day, every night late, and I'm calling him at 2 a.m. like, hey, look, we gotta get this together. This ain't selling right. Or hey, look, we gotta fix this. We gotta fix that. Hey, stop that. It's literally these late nights that people don't see. Like a lot of people just see the after effect, the finished product, but people don't see the work that goes into these events. Like we're sweating right now. We're sweating. You can't see it, but we're sweating.
Already on the phone.
Like, no, this is real. Like, this is real. Like we're playing with thousands of dollars, and the thing is, as entrepreneurs, you take those risks. It is what it is. If you're not ready to hop in the street, then stay on the sidewalk. This ain't for everybody. I'm telling you, KG.
Yeah, you definitely got to be built for this.
You got to be built for it. And it's just hard, man. It's hard work. But like I said, when you succeed, man, it pays off. It's all worth it.
No doubt.
It's all worth it, man.
You listen to Access Houston. We're talking to Sterling and Clayton from the Cajun AF Festival that is happening on Saturday, May the 25th, downtown. You said it's going to be at Capitol?
Yeah, Capitol Bar. Yeah, Capitol Bar. I believe that's 2415 Main Street.
Yes, sir.
Saturday, Memorial Day weekend, man. CajunAF.com, man. Get your tickets, man. You do not want to miss this event. I promise, man. Do not
it
stay
sounds
home.
lit. I'm a little kind of like, dang.
No, but KG, don't worry about it. I'm telling you, after this, we taking it on the road. We going to Dallas. We going to LA. We going to New York. So look, we gonna take you along the ride.
Let's ride.
Let's ride. Different markets.
Ride with us, KG.
Yeah, man.
Oh, snap.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Ride with the mob for sure.
No doubt. I rocks with y'all heavy. On the business end of it, like for an event like this, like what is your staff? Sterling, you was talking about, making sure that your staff is right and people know that their roles. So something like this, you employ about how many people?
We're employing about 50 to 75 people.
Right.
And you got to understand the production of the event. You got your door staff, you got your security, you got your cook team, you got your customer service team, you got your waitresses, you got your bartenders, you got your managers.
Right.
It's not just, like I said, just two people throwing an event. We have a full team of people that we need to operate. This is a team event. So without these core people, this event would not be successful. So we're constantly having meetings, constantly in group chats, constantly making sure everybody understand their roles, because once the event happens, it's press play. We don't have time for mess ups and let's redo. We have to, we keep rolling. We have these meetings in order to make sure we're successful and execute what we need to get done. And this team is big, man. Like I said, it's a lot that goes into throwing these events, man. You got to have these right people. If you don't have the right people on your team, it ain't gonna work.
Yeah, man. But y'all are making it work, though. Yeah. And I know that it's a lot of hard work. Where did the entrepreneurial spirit come from? Was it something that you guys seen growing up, or was it like you was working and you was like, you know what? I'm way better than this. I can do A, B, C, D, E, F, G and create my own. So where did that entrepreneurial spirit come from?
I'm just going to give you a quick briefing about me, man. I've been throwing events and parties since I was 16. Literally, man, like I decided that, look, I don't want to work for nobody else. I want to throw parties. This is what the cool people are doing. At that time, I didn't care about the money.
So you was throwing parties in high school?
High school, man. I just want to be cool. No, the funny thing is, though, this guy right here, Clayton, I always wanted to, like, throw parties with him. I was like, man, I need to meet young Clay. He was the hottest promoter on the north side. And I literally came to him and was like, hey, like this time I think I was 18, 17. I was like, hey, bro, I want to throw parties. He was like, who are you? And I was like, I'm Young Sterlo. I ain't never heard of him. I was like, man. And he was like, you know what? You bring me 1,000 Facebooks, 1,000 Twitter accounts, I'm going to put you on. That night, man, I went to work, reaching out to people saying, hey, give me your Facebook, give me your Twitter. This time I'm not known. You know what I'm saying? But I'm putting in that work to make sure I want to get to that level. So I brung it to him. He looked at the paper. He looked at it, just threw it away. And I was like, dang.
So let me ask you, how young was social media at the time?
Man, social media.
About Facebook days. We were talking about maybe 2010.
2010, 11.
Okay,
yeah,
so
man.
right at the really the inception.
Yeah, the inception.
Of all of the platforms.
We ground work. And like I said, after I brought in the papers, man, he gave me my opportunity as far as a promoter. I started from the bottom, man, making $0, $20. Sometimes I didn't care. It's just being there and getting the education and experience. you know, it just made me.
And that's why you're going to be successful.
Yeah,
bro.
man. You got to understand, bro. Like, people don't understand that it's not about the money all the time. It's about the information you get, the education, just feeling the vibe of the hustle.
Relationships you
Right.
build.
Yeah, the relationships. And then, like I said, you know, fast forward, me and him throwing parties together. You know, I started from here. Then I went through 4 years throwing my own events and making a name for myself and a brand, you know, and now we're throwing events together. I'm no longer the little guy, you know, at the bottom. You know, now we're both sharks, you know, and it's funny because I see other people coming in telling me, hey, teach me how to promote. And I'll be like, that used to be me, that guy.
Right.
You know, so now, man, it's just a good blessing, man, throwing parties.
So have you stepped into that realm of, you know, kind of mentoring other young promoters?
I mean, I mean, the thing is, man, sometimes I don't believe in the word mentor. Sometimes I kind of believe in, you know, you got to ask for advice and then kind of hop out there and do it for yourself.
Shadowing.
Shadowing.
Shadowing you.
Yeah.
Access Houston. You're listening to Access Houston. Clayton and Sterling in the building. Cajun AF Fest is happening this weekend, Saturday, May 25th at Capitol Bar, downtown Houston. Free tickets range from free 99 to, you know, big baller status.
Yes,
Big baller status,
Where can they go again
Yes,
to get all the info?
But right now, you need to pull out your iPhone, your iPad, whatever you got next to you. Pull out and go to www.CajunAF.com and get your tickets now. This whole event has been brought to you and sponsored by OMG Seafood,
Yes, sir.
the hottest seafood new restaurant in Houston right now.
And speaking of which, what made OMG Seafood want to sponsor this?
I mean, me as the owner of OMG Seafood and me working with Sterling for so many years, I look at Sterling as a little brother. You know what I'm saying? Any idea, any type of curation he come up with, I'm 100% behind him. And just, you know, supporting my black brother, you know, in black business, you know, I just decided, you know, he said, hey, Clay, I want to do a festival. I said, hey, I own a seafood restaurant. He said, hey, let's make it work. And we just went straight to work. I mean, I'm encouraging all young promoters, all young entrepreneurs. The dream is there. Social media is there at an all-time high. Take advantage of it. Do what you need to do. I mean, you know, going to school, going to college is terrific. But if you want to chase your dreams, do that also. I mean, the dream is there. It's possible. You can make it happen.
No doubt.
Yeah, KG, man. And one more thing, man, you got to make, like I said, when I touch on team, man, you got to make sure you're creative. Make sure you have good creative ideas. And, you know, a lot of our stuff that we come up with, these social media things, man, is really, you know, we have one of the best graphic designers, period, in the city. You know, Myron Jones over here to our left, he's one of the best graphic designers, hands down. He cooks up phenomenal work, stuff that you won't, like, it's just magic how he just gets behind the computer and creates and pulls stuff from left to right and puts it out there for people. And it's just magical what you can do on that computer, period. I'm telling y'all might need to hire him.
That's a lot of pressure on you there, bro.
No, KG.
See this,
KG, I'm telling you, y'all might need to hire him for Radio 1. Y'all might need to. Bro is a guru, the GOAT, greatest of all time. I'm telling you.
A very, very, very educated and bright dude, man.
Well, he's sitting over here. He didn't want to talk, but we're going to make you say hello to Houston anyway. So just,
what's up,
you know,
man?
grab the mic and say what's up. Houston, Texas, give out, shout out your IG where people can check out your work.
Yo, what's going on, man? It's Myron Jones. You know, so y'all can follow me at the Myron Jones on Instagram and on Facebook, Myron Jones. You know what I'm saying? Holla at me.
The GOAT, greatest of all time.
So save the date. Saturday is going down for the Crawfish AF Fest down at Capitol Bar.
It's a day party too, man. So like I said, day party, everything.
Lit. I was looking at the weather, man. It looks like it's going to be
sunny,
quite beautiful,
sunny,
and hot.
Sunny. It's gonna be hot. It never rains in Texas, baby.
What do you say? So bring your appetite and some water, because it's going down at the Cajun AF
Festival
on
KG,
Saturday.
I appreciate you, brother.
Man, I appreciate y'all for coming through and sharing this knowledge and getting some folks who are beginning to start a business or thinking about being entrepreneurs, like really what it all takes to do that, because it ain't no walk in the park. So thank y'all.
Thank you, KG.
Good Sunday morning. You're listening to Access Houston. I'm your host, KG Smooth. Normally, I'm surrounded by black girl magic, but today the brothers are in the building, and they're all members of the Houston Association of Black Journalists. So please welcome Mr. Kevin Lightfoot, the VP of Broadcasting. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
He is the secretary of HABJ, Mr. Tyrone Willis. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. And he is the treasurer of the Houston Association of Black Journalists, Mr. Freddie Willis. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. So glad you guys are here. The National Association of Black Journalists, I've been familiar with them because, of course, I'm in that realm, and this is what I do. And I actually, 2 summers ago, when I went to New Orleans for Essence, the NABJ conference was happening that same weekend, and I just thought to myself, like, man, A, I want to be a part of this. B, I think this is just super dope that all of the black journalists across the country, get together to, I don't know, talk about the agenda of, how we deliver news to us or whatever it may be. I just thought it was incredibly dope. And now Houston has its chapter. So just to give our listeners a background, tell us about the Association of Black Journalists.
NABJ, the national organization, started back in 1975. And it started in Washington, D.C. There were 44 journalists of color who got together and, much like anything else in this country, said there's a need for people of color. Mm-hmm. There's a need that exists for people of color to be represented in the media. And we didn't have that before 75. 44 people got together. They set their own agenda. They created things that were for us, things that, would represent us. And out of that, now we have a 5,000 member organization from across the country. I mean, you have people in front of the camera, behind the camera, newspaper professionals who are part of this organization. And every city has its own chapter. So here in Houston, we represent people of color in Houston who are in the field of journalism. And we also have some PR professionals.
Indeed.
Yep.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah. For the record, if you gentlemen don't know already, this program that you're on right now, I specifically use this platform for us, to make us more aware, to talk about things that affect us, anything, any need, any challenge that needs to be met. Like if there's a nonprofit or an organization or anyone that wants to come on, I openly welcome that. I'm so black on this show. Blackity black, black, black. I do not hold back. We speak the truth. And I do that because our owner, the great Kathy Hughes.
Yes.
She encourages it. And so when I told her, when she came here to visit us a couple of years ago, and I told her what I do on this program, she just lit up. First, I thought I had her because, I host the Quiet Storm on Magic 102, and she created that
And
format.
I listened to it.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you, Tyrone. Yes. And so I had her lit up then, but then when I told her that I hosted this show and how I use this platform, she was like, oh, and keep on doing it. Yeah. And so that's what makes me so, dun 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 for us.
And that's what the organization is about. And I don't know about you guys, but I got my start because of NABJ. I was fresh out of college back in, we won't say. But I met a guy a young black man who was running a TV station in Orlando, Florida. He was part of the organization, and I didn't know anything about TV. I went to college for it, but I didn't know anything about being a professional. Mm-hmm. And he took me under his wing as a mentor, and that's what our organization is about.
Yeah,
it's kind of reaching back, and some of us who have been in this business for years, reaching back to those who are getting their start and helping them out and helping the next generation of journalists of color. So it's all about that.
Yeah, and that's a big deal.
You mentioned that conference you went to in New Orleans in 2017. I'm originally from there.
Oh, okay.
And in 2 years, we're going to have that convention here.
Oh, shut up.
In 2021.
Shut up.
NABJ is coming to Houston in 2021.
Oh, we got an exclusive on Access Houston.
Yes, and we need everybody. And we're trying to tap into folks that have been contributors before. A part of this organization. I've been a part of NABJ now for over 25 years.
Nice.
And and I've served on the board both in New Orleans and in Houston. And we have a big event that's coming, and we're going to need everybody. We're going to need everybody.
It looked like it was incredible, those two back in summer of 17, because I was covering at Essence Fest, and just came across, some of our folks here. Chauncey
Yes.
Glover from ABC 13.
Yes.
I think I ran into Jonathan Martin of Fox 26. A couple of folks. I wasn't able to, be a part of any of the sessions and all of that because I was working. But I thought to myself, like, yeah, one day I'm gonna go and we're gonna get it in. You're listening to Access Houston, talking to the members of the Houston Association of Black Journalists. You guys are doing something that is really incredible. You're having a Black Male Media Project, which is going to be on Saturday, June 1st, 11 a.m. And we are reaching out to young men. We're going to teach them a few things. So how did this Black Male Media Project come about?
Our national president, Sarah Glover, who's been an amazing president for several years now. She started this as a nationwide initiative where each chapter was responsible for creating some type of project that would uplift our young Black men. She saw a need, much like our organization always does. She saw a need in the communities for young Black men to have some direction. And it's not a slight against the young Black women,
Sure.
but I think she felt that they had a little more direction, but specifically the young Black men didn't have much direction. So she reached out to each chapter and said, we want to do an initiative where each chapter has their own event and they let us kind of decide what we wanted to do. And we thought the best way to do it was to bring in, the age group is about 13 to 18 years old, bring them in for just some things that may seem basic for professionals, but something they may not be learning in their everyday lives. Financial literacy. How do you write a check? How do you start a bank account?
Yeah.
Resume writing. How do you tie a tie? How do you get up in the morning, tie your tie, and go to work, go to a job interview? What's the proper etiquette if you're at a professional dinner or a professional lunch? What the things that are as small as the difference between the different forks at your table. So, these are things that we're trying to enlighten our younger young men with a skill set that they can get into the professional world, where they can transition from school age into the professional world. So that's really how it started. It's just like anything else. Right. There was a need for it, and we're fulfilling that need. And we want, if you have kids or nephews or little brothers or whoever. I have a 17-year-old, and I'd love for him to come. Just to learn or just brush up or make sure you have the skill set to be a professional.
No doubt.
And I really do think that's important because people that may know me know I was a society editor for the Forward Times, and I used to go to so many galas and so many banquets, and it's important for young Black men to make sure they know how to tie a tie, to eat with the right fork, to dress in a certain way. And so that's why I think this event is so important. And I must give a shout out to Magic 102 and 97.9 The Box, as well as Radio Now 92.1 for reaching back into the community and for providing African Americans to have fun. We want this event to be fun, but also informative. And I want to thank you, KG Smooth, for having us here today. And I also must give a shout out to my boss, Mayor Sylvester Turner. I work in the Mayor's Office of Communications. Hey. And I know that Congresswoman Lee comes to the station and provides information to the community, as well as Melanie Lawson, who is a longtime member of HABJ, as well as Mary Benton and others.
I love Melanie Lawson. Yeah. Mr. Freddie Willis, yes.
One of the things that we're going to do financial related in this event.
Which is very important as well.
Yes.
I do taxes as well. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people, when they start working, they don't know what to put down on a W-4.
Right.
Because, if they put a high number, that means they don't get enough tax taken out.
Right.
To where they're going to owe money.
Oh,
and
right.
With all the changes that we're going through this year, tax-wise.
Oh.
Yes.
That's important.
Oh, trust me, I know.
Yes.
As a single Black male.
Yes.
I'm paying for everybody's everything.
Right.
Yes.
You hear me?
Right.
Yeah.
And
let me not get on the tax scam that passed.
Exactly. Yes.
With Trump and the Republicans. Don't get me started on that because my return this year
it's horrible.
Was half of what I got last year. I know people that still had the same salary who had a $6,000 return last year, and this year they end up owing.
Yeah.
Trump and the Republicans screwed us all. And I hope that people, realize that when this election comes around next time, because you can be playing with people's money like that.
Yeah. And you probably remember in February of last year, he did a little thing where the federal withholding was taken down by 1%, so you can have more take home.
Right.
That didn't really help.
That didn't help
because
I saw a little boost.
Yeah.
I saw a little more in my check, and I knew that I was going to be paying it on the back end. I just didn't know it was going to be this soon.
Yeah.
But
And we just feel
go ahead.
that it's important, because kids are going to be having some summer jobs. They're going to be working this summer.
Yes.
So
indeed.
it's important that they know, okay, not necessarily that you know how much you're going to make and how much you're going to get after taxes, but want them to know why.
Right.
And
what to put down.
What it is.
Kids,
Yes.
if you're listening, just put 0.
Mhm.
Always put 0. Claim 0.
There you
That
go.
way they take it all out then, and then you'll end up getting a return. You listen to Access Houston. We're talking to members of the Houston Association of Black Journalists. The Black Male Media Project is happening on Saturday. I was about to say Friday. Saturday, June 1st. Teaching young men just all that they need to know about life, from time to time to the correct fork to use when you're at a fancy schmancy dinner, to finances, to how to conduct yourself in an interview. Very much needed. I'm excited for it because this is the kind of work that I really enjoy doing. I mean, like you said, Kevin, not a slight to our young black girls. They got direction.
They on the ball.
They got a lot going
Absolutely.
for them. But these boys, they got some issues going on, and it ranges from whatever is going on at home, not being hungry, daddy ain't there, probably mama ain't probably there because she's probably working 2-3 jobs just so you can have the little bit that you have, and so they're probably out here just wandering, no emotional support, don't know how to control their emotions. Like, it is just so, I can run the gamut. Like, there's so many issues that's going on with us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I wanted to put an emphasis on the diversity of this event and diversity in the different things that we're trying to impress upon these kids. It's not just money, and it's not just resume writing or tie tying, but it's also physical fitness, mental health. I mean, we plan on addressing a little bit of everything. And there's a lot of stuff that we just don't talk about as black folks sometimes.
We don't
talk about mental health. And we hope
and May is Mental Health Awareness Month.
It is, absolutely. So, I mean, it fits right in. So I think just the diverse group of people that we'll have at this event is going to be amazing. If you have a son, you have a nephew, you have a little brother, you have a family friend, a neighbor, we implore you, have them come out. Have them come out. I mean, they will learn something. There's something for everyone. There's going to be a diverse group of professionals there.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. So how does one participate? How can folks, what should they do to bring their nephew or their son or whoever it may be?
I did want to say on the logistics part about it, we're on all social media forums. You can go to our website at habj.org, as well as we're on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And Kevin can speak to this as well as working at ABC 13, and I can speak to it as well as working for the Mayor's Office of Communications. About etiquette can be also on social media.
Yes.
You need to be appropriate on social, or at least mindful of what you're putting out there. Because once it's out there, it is out there. And Twitter, we're at Houston ABJ, and Facebook, you can just look up Houston Association of Black Journalists as well as HABJ.
Indeed.
Same on Instagram as well.
And Instagram as well.
At Houston ABJ. At Houston ABJ.
At Houston ABJ.
Some info in there too about how to sign up.
So save the date. Houston, you got plenty of time to get the fellas together for Saturday, June the 1st. And then when you roll out more information, they can go to that website.
Yes.
And give it again.
Instagram, we're on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. On Instagram, we're at Houston ABJ, Twitter at Houston ABJ, and Facebook, we're at Houston Association of Black Journalists, as well as our website at habj.org.
Indeed.
Gentlemen. And don't forget, when the fellas come, they're going to get a tie.
Oh, okay.
For everyone that shows up.
They're going to get a tie. And then you guys
know how to tie one.
A panel as well, correct?
Yeah, we'll have a panel. So just to give you a little bit of insight on how the event works, The young men will have a station. We'll have stations to go to. We'll have about 6 stations set up. Okay. Like I said, each with a diverse array of different topics we're talking about. But then there will also be a panel discussion in which they can be able to pick the brain of some of these professionals.
Nice.
We've got some good stuff. There's some good people on board. There's some stuff I'll be listening to.
I'm excited. I'll be there, so
Yeah,
I'm really excited, and I appreciate you guys coming on and talking about this. You get open invitation.
Yes,
come back anytime. Just let me know.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
No doubt. Mr. Freddie Willis, Mr. Kevin Lightfoot, and Mr. Tyrone Willils of the Houston Association of Black Journalists. Thank you all for coming on the program.
Yeah. Thanks for having us.
And thank you for listening to Access Houston. Access Houston.